According to Forbes, LeBron is the NBA's first active player worth $1 billion with a B, folks, dollars. He's earned more than $385 million playing basketball, but he has raked in upwards of $900 million from endorsements and business ventures. Not a bad haul, huh? Shannon, put this all in perspective for us.
This is an amazing accomplishment. I'm extremely proud. He is really a Billy, B-I-L-L-I.
He's a Billy.
Big G, big O, big A, big T. Really a Billy goat. Mm-hmm. He mentioned this in 2014. That's where he was headed.
Esquire.
Esquire, Skip. And what he's been able to do, Skip, is that he had this destination that he wanted to get to, even though he's not there. And he had 4 friends that he wanted to ride on this destination, this journey along with him. And a lot of people say, man, Rich Paul and Maverick Carter and Randy Mims, they're lucky. Luck is what happened when preparation meets opportunity. They had an opportunity to get themselves with a guy there with a friend. Mm. And when the opportunity presented itself, they took full advantage. Randy says, why can't I be a David Falk? Rich Paul says, why can't I be David Falk? Mm. Why can't I represent professional basketball players? Yep. Randy says, why can't I do TVs? Why can't I do movies? Why can't I be head of a production company? And Randy says, man, I can do the day-to-day. You're going to hire somebody to do this? I can be in charge of the LeBron James Corporation and run the day-to-day operations. Yep. I can do that. LeBron was lucky because a lot of times you get people that take advantage of you along the way. These guys got each other's back, stood back to back, fended off all comers, and says, you know what? We can do this. And LeBron James has kept his head down, and here we are. The blueprint was laid of how to do things. He saw what Michael did after basketball. He saw what Magic did after basketball. He saw what Shaq was able to do after basketball. And he said, well, hell, I ain't going to wait till after basketball. Mm-mm. I'm going to do it while I'm playing. He's made a little less than $400 million. But to get to a Billy, that means he had to do $600 million off the court. He's extremely charismatic. He's extremely, I guess people look at him as being relatable, like, damn, I really like LeBron. And endorsers and brands have lined up that says, we want you to be the face of our product. Yep. This is an amazing accomplishment, Skip. But to be the player, to stay as focused and as driven as he has, as he goes about this, it lets you know just how great and determined of a man this young man is. I say he's a young man because he is to me. And I hit him up yesterday. I said, bruh, let your uncle get a loan I can't pay back. Mm. He said, I did.
You are the 5th horse.
Skip. But he did. But you know what? You say that Steph Curry, changed the game. The empowering of the player.
I agree.
He did that.
Shannon Sharp. This is a supreme achievement by a still young man who grew up without a father, raised by a mother who had him at 16 in Akron, Ohio. Yep. Mm-hmm. Supreme achievement to rise above that to the pedestal upon which he rests in the business world.
Yes.
It's phenomenal. It gives me chills to talk about it. For me, it's beyond his basketball achievements because the odds were stacked so high against him to pull this off. And I congratulate LeBron, but I also congratulate his partner, Maverick Carter. Mm-hmm. Maverick Carter is a force to be reckoned with. He's a dynamo on Wall Street and in Hollywood. Yep. And LeBron has been so blessed. LeBron provided the charisma and the basketball achievement to make all this possible. Yeah. But listen, to have a guy you basically grew up with in Maverick Carter, you played high school basketball with, that you can trust with your money and your business decision-making, because as you know, it's all about decision-making. Yep. It's being ahead of the curve. It's being big and bold in your decision-making, but you got to have vision. And it's LeBron saying, okay, I'm going to leave McDonald's for Blaze Pizza.
Yeah.
Whew, okay, score.
There's a difference between Skip being part owner and being an endorsee.
Thank you. And it's big difference in saying, I want a cut of the upside instead of just a quick paycheck. And that's what he kept doing with everybody he advertised for. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, he's got pieces of action.
Yeah. And then remember, he left Sprite and went to Duke.
He did. And then Spring Hill, that's him and Maverick.
Yep, it's a production company.
They just said, hey, let's create our own and our own original content.
Yeah.
And I wasn't the biggest fan, as you know, of Space Jam: A New Legacy, because I thought it was shamingly sort of
you
not
a knockoff of the original.
Okay, but listen, they pulled it off, man. And it was big and it was bold. Right. I give you that. And they got all kinds of projects out there in the works, and he has become a baron. Mm-hmm. He has become a Hollywood mogul.
Yeah.
And
invested in Liverpool.
Yeah, he did.
Beats, headphones.
Yeah. And if anybody's ever going to own a sports franchise, it's going to be him.
Yeah.
And it's beyond Jordan for me, because Michael was blessed with just one thing. He had one thing going. That shoe, it's got to be the shoe, said Spike, as far as Blackman. You know, it's got to be the shoes,
right?
Well, it was. It's all about those shoes.
Yes.
And it just took off, and it was like beyond Jordan, because he didn't really have to do anything except be Mike, right? And Nike did the rest.
And Skip, the guys now are so more advanced, because Magic was telling the story how Phil Knight wanted him to do Nike. And they weren't going to be able to pay him any money, but they could give him shares. Magic was like, no, I need to see the money. He didn't realize that if he had taken the shares, he'd be worth $6 billion. But you don't know that LeBron James, Skip, with no college degree, a single mom, 16 years old when she had him, growing up in the inner cities, to get to where he got with no college degree. He don't have a college degree, Skip. No. But you got to have people around you that you trust, because people will everybody's like, man, I'm my homeboy, and they robbing you blind.
Okay, and yet Jordan became a billionaire post-career because he was able to parlay what he made from Nike into buying Charlotte.
Yes.
Okay, so then that put him over the top to Billy, right?
Yes.
Okay, but LeBron did it the much harder way. Yes, while playing, he became, well, he's the first ever billionaire while playing, right?
Yes.
Congratulations.
And then, you know, Skip, that's like I said, Shaq has done amazing things. Magic Johnson has done amazing things. And I think all of those guys were the blueprint. LeBron could sit back and says, okay, so that's how you do it. You took your guys. I mean, Shaq was doing a little. Shaq was doing a little of this. Remember, Shazam. Shaq was doing movies while he was playing. Jordan did a movie. Shaq did Blue Chips. LeBron, like, you know, I can do movies. I can invest a little bit of this. But like you said, you got to be willing to take a chance. You got to be willing to forego. McDonald's is going to cut me a check every single month or every single year. But I can invest in this. Let me see here. Let me see, say the blind man. And boom, there we go. So what was, maybe $1 million investment is worth 30, 40 million. And before long, but Skip, if you got money, you can make money. Scared money don't make money. And like you said, you got to be willing, you got to be bold. Everything that LeBron has touched hasn't turned to gold. I mean, everything wasn't Beats. Everything isn't Blaze Pizza.
No, but his hit rate has been pretty high.
Yeah, but you got to take some L's. you got to take some L's along the way.
Well, he took 6 in the competition.
Man, there you go. See the man of Billy.
Yep.
That man could buy another 7, 8 championships if he needed that.
Him for that, but he's still 4 and 6 in the finals. Yep. Can you go buy another ring?
What Jay-Z say? That man ain't a business, man. He a business. He's a business.
So Wayne's going to have to record a new song, a Billy, right? Not a Billy.
Billy. That's not Billy. That's my homie.
Yep.
LeBron is certainly doing
You got the homie billionaire. You know what? You got the homie billionaire.
Back to the NBA Finals.
No, I'm a self-made man.
Shannon, Skip, I got to get your opinion on what type of pressure is Steph under? How much did that Game 1 loss add to what he was already dealing with? That's diving in next. Third quarter deficit last night by going on a 40-16 fourth quarter run. They win the game 120-108. Shannon, scale of 1 to 10. How shocked were you by that fourth quarter last night?
20. Skip. It's the second time in the last 20 seasons that a team has gone 40 points in the fourth quarter. The Boston Celtics did it against the Lakers in 2008. They had 40 points in the fourth quarter of Game 6. The most points in the fourth quarter, I think the Sixers got 44 against the Lakers in 82 in a Game 5. It doesn't happen that often. They got 40 in a finals game on the road. At least Boston was home. They were on the road and got 40. So I'm shocked, as everybody was. So it doesn't happen that often, and when you see a team, you're up 12, and then all of a sudden you're down by 1 point in the fourth quarter by 14 because the team has you down at 1 point 40-13 as far as the point differential. So you had a 24-point differential because you end up scoring only 16. But at one point in time, Skip, you were down 27-point differential. And like you said, Bill Leitzer hit that meaningless three at the end of the